Hey guys, I wanted to show you a really silly Skadi build. So this is the half moon setup on Skadi here in the beta branch. It's pretty straightforward, just down the left side here. Nothing crazy going on. We got more strike projectile count, full health, movement speed, all that stuff. Now the idea of this is to stack up half moons. Now I don't have the best dash projectile count gear, to be perfectly honest. So this is not even fully min-max, but we stacked up luck and half moons everywhere that we can. Evasive maneuvers is nice. Now I'm using second sting for the chance of the strikes to trigger twice. If I had a projectile count one here for the dashes, I'd put that on there instead. This one I'm using for damage and duration, so our half moons are out there for much longer. Black lightning, and then we're going luck, upgrade to master, and we're using curse of weakness here. Guys, if you enjoy this video, smash like and subscribe. All right, let's try this out. Dashing silliness with the duration. I mean, all sins laid bare. Do we want justice? I mean, we could take justice. Get around a bit faster with our wings here.
The more you...
Okay, time. Time is interesting. I think we want Mort though, don't we? I think we do. Okay, we got this guy. I guess we can take him while he's showing up with a purple war pact for me. And you can see we have lots of half moons going, and they do our attack triggers, so we can just sort of run away and let them do the business for us here. Okay, we take in Reprisal because Reprisal is really nice. Okay, so I did do a build sort of similar to this in the live game. Okay, we got Strike Duration, which is kind of cool. But I don't think the Black Lightning has a duration, unfortunately. The Chain Lightning would have been nice if I still had that on, but you know what? We can just buff up Reprisal here. Why not? Early on. Reprisal is really, really nice for Darkness 100. I think, well, obviously Justice in general being defensive is a great choice, but Reprisal in particular. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Now let's try and go for Mort here, I think. How many do we have to spend to get there? I guess Purification's kind of nice here. We could roll her for, I don't know, something higher level. Okay, we've got Divine Shield to show up. Let's take a Divine Shield here. Now, you could go even crazy with these half moons, but I just don't have a lot of dash projectile count stuff for Skadi, unfortunately. I'm sitting there looking through my vault, been grinding a bit on Skadi and just not really getting anything. So it is what it is. We have the sword on that gives us a chance to double trigger our strikes instead, which is pretty good too, so... You want to give me something better, buddy? Okay. I mean, could be persuaded to take master level blades right here. Why not? Blades are quite strong. Okay, I guess maybe we don't want to take the dash recharge. We do want the extra damage though. Let's get the move speed. It's only a little bit of move speed anyway. It's not too crazy. Okay, Mort shows up. We could take her Soul Stealers, just for the chance of Mayhem showing up relatively early. It's not really exactly what we want from her, but... You know what, maybe we roll here. Necromancy and Fear. Okay, Execution? Yeah, alright, I'll take you. More XP is nice. Yeah, having the moons be able to do your attack triggers, it is pretty interesting, and it is sort of... It's the way you have to play Black Lightning for non-Lorien characters. I mean, you can just throw Black Lightning on, you know, any normal build. It's not terrible, but the luck just does not scale very high, unfortunately. Let's take Warpact here. I was testing and did over 150% luck, and still there's only like an 11% chance to proc the Black Lightning by itself. So it's just does not proc often enough, and then the Lorian's just over here like, hey, just casually destroying everything. You know what, we'll just take the sickles. It's not really so much about the sickles damage, it's more about more lightning triggers. We have so much XP coming in right now. This is beautiful. Justice shall be done. Okay, purification we could take. We got reprisal, didn't we? Yeah. You know, we can do the double. I guess we should try maybe for Mayhem early on here too. See if we can get lucky. Did not show up. We could take Ravens though. I think we need to take Ravens first. I don't think we didn't end up taking the Soul Stealers, so we might ult over to her though. And here is a blue Mayhem. I'm just going to take it straight away. Now, if we can land God of War on top of it, things are going to go kind of crazy here. Now we only have low Master and Legend offers though, so we're not guaranteed. Not really guaranteed anything in this run in terms of Legends, so that's alright. It's not really what the build is focused on anyway. This kind of build, as long as you set it up correctly, can function without those sorts of buffs. Okay, damage, no, we don't really need it. Let's just move on our way for now. Okay. Now you're giving me some purple level stuff, huh? We could take the attack. Could take a necromancy here, I guess. Yeah, you know what? Let's just put it on there. Why don't we killing stuff pretty fast here anyway? So we should have a lot of skeletons on the field at any given point. It would be nice to have like magnet or something on this kind of setup too. When we interact with the locations, we could get a magnet, especially since we have some luck on. So it's not a bad one to put on here on the build, but I've gone with as many not black moons. What are they called? Is it black moon? It's half moon, isn't it? Half moon, yes. So, the cats. See how we go here. Have lots of skellies helping us out. Okay, deadly attack. I mean, we could just take it. The problem with a build like this is I don't know if we're really getting our curse off quickly enough to really take advantage of Mayhem, but, you know. I just moved the mouse there and it's brought up the controller interface for whatever reason. There it goes. Now, we don't really have much healing or anything on the build like this either. Protection is great. Do we take it at white level here? White level's nothing nothing that amazing, but we could get some free levels out of it with Wanderer as we go on here. You could also put more strike projectiles on instead of the sword I'm using here. I do have one sword that has +4 strike projectile count. Unfortunately, it doesn't have anything else very good on it to go with this sort of setup, but +4 on the count is pretty good by itself, so, you know, you could put something like that on and just spam quite a bit. Okay, I think we will take more duration to keep our half moons out as long as possible. Okay, even more, huh? I'll take it. Area would be nice too. I guess we could take area there, but having them out for so long with duration is kind of hilarious. I mean, I don't really feel like taking these things right now. Divine Shield, sure. Yeah, we'll just heal here. Don't really need that stuff right now. And we don't want to lose health since we don't have much healing at the moment. And again, we have very low Master and Legends right now, so We're probably not gonna see stuff like God of War. I mean, it'd be nice if it would show up for us, but we will take stuff like Warpact instead, though, which is quite valuable for us. Be able to melt the Djinn quickly here. Look how many skeletons we have. Haven't even leveled it or anything, and we have this many. It's just showing, it's just proving how quickly we can kill everything with this kind of setup. Okay, we'll go up north, and then we'll come back for the damage node for the boss. Go for the insta-melt if we can. Okay.
Never.
Warpact, thank you. Yeah, I think if you could squeeze Magnet on what do I have on my my belt here anyway? We got another half in there, so I guess you could take one off and put Magnet. I think that's the only slot that Magnet rolls in. I could be mistaken on that though, as I haven't checked lately, and they have changed a lot of the affixes and stuff. So, all right, look at our crazy skeleton army here. It's kind of nuts. Okay, where is he? Over here. Hey, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, pretty fast. Pretty fast here. And that's without stuff like God of War going, so... I don't know, it'd be hard to get a ton of Master and Legend novels on the build as well, because it does require a decent amount of luck and stuff like that. We'll take the tank stats here. Also, there's also another build on Maris that I've been thinking about trying. I won't spoil it, but there's some interesting ways that you can use the Racist now. Now I know that in one of my videos I said I preferred the old Racist, but that's what I liked about the old version of the Racist is Maris doesn't really have defense going in a skill tree, and that was one weapon that allowed you to actually build a bit more in a defensive manner for her. Aside from just stacking, HP on the gear. The new version of the Racist, I don't dislike it though. Converting everything to power damage is kind of interesting, and there are some interesting powers that we can play around with. So there's a couple of cool builds I've been thinking about doing with that. So maybe we'll do that on the weekend. Coming up here. Although I have something going on Saturday. I'm actually going to see a band play live. I haven't gone to a live show for a long time. I do enjoy my live music. I'm a bit of a music nerd, as it turns out. You guys probably don't know, but I've been playing guitar ever since I was like, I don't know, 10 or 11 years old or something. I think I started taking it a bit more seriously when I was maybe like 12 or 13, but I started when I was in primary school. Unfortunately, just the teacher I had in primary school just was kind of bad, and even though I wanted to do music, man, you need a good teacher, hey. That's it. That's like it with all topics, I guess. You know what I mean? If you have a bad teacher, just... Man, it's not only is it hard to learn, it's boring to learn when you have a bad teacher. I'm going on a tangent here, but, one of my awesome teachers from high school was my maths teacher. She was really cool. She understood how to get the concepts across and not make all the lessons super boring. Now, sometimes we sat in the back and just mucked around and stuff, you know what I mean? We were kids, but the difference between that and, say, our, I don't know, our Italian teacher from when we were in, like, year 8 or something, oof, she was bad. She could not control the kids in the classroom. It was hilarious. We even had one day where they started, like, throwing chairs and assignments out the window on like, the first floor, and, oh, boy, that was a rough class. Interesting times, huh? I don't even know how I started down that tangent, but yeah, we got there somehow. But yeah, Skadi. So this certainly is an interesting way to set Skadi up. Now, I wish Skadi, Strike Skadi and stuff would be stronger without this kind of silly setup going. Just in case we get burned or something, I guess we'll take that one. So I do like Skadi, you know, conceptually as a character, and there are some setups that really feel really crazy like this one, but man, I just wish I wish you could do like an attack or strike Skadi build and have it feel as strong as some of like Maris's builds, for example. But you know, you have to use either the moons or the sickles. Let's go protection. Let's try and get the rarity up on that as we go here. The half moons and the sickles seem to be the go-to, at least from some of what the guys in the Discord were, you know, some of the builds they were showing me that they've done, which is cool. It's cool that these things exist. As I said, I just like some of the other Skadi builds to feel as strong as, you know, I've said it before, but Dash Maris now feels really, really good. I'm really, really, really happy with where Dash Maris has ended up in this patch. Feels really, 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 really fun and strong to use. Okay, taking a few hits here. Yeah, we can go Reprisal. That's pretty nice. I think I also do have pretty min-max gear for Maris, because Maris was my main for a good part of Act 2 when I first started playing Act 2, you know, a few months ago now, but she was my main for a while. She's the one that I ascended through the Darkness ranks until I cleared Darkness 100 on. I mean, we could buff them, I guess. Could roll her here for the chance of something. No. Okay, Necromancy it is. And Skadi is probably the one I've played the least. I mean, I haven't really played that much of Kront and Acheron. I have done some builds on them in the past, and I have played them a bit. I just personally found building for Maris more interesting, and her skill tree is a bit more... It's a bit more diverse. I think there are a lot of different setups in there. You can go attack, you can go dash, you can go cast, spam, you can go... I think I said attack already, but she also has interesting stuff like magic missiles, and she actually has a dash spec that's really fun to use with the lightning ball or lightning orb, lightning ring. I think that's the one. I got there eventually. Okay. Now we're taking a couple of hits here as we go. We are playing kind of carelessly here too, so, you know. If we could get dash projectile count here on more of the gear, the things would be even crazier. But I literally only have like 1 or 2 pieces for Skadi with dash projectile count. I just didn't really keep that many. So this build on Nixie would be kind of nuts. Nixie has some pretty crazy builds in the current beta branch. I think Nixie is, man, she's gone from probably the second weakest to one of the strongest. Whereas Skadi has gone from the weakest to the weakest, I think. Although Skadi does have the summoning spec now, which is really, really strong. Oh, look at the Black Lightning. Let's go. Oh, that's starting to look like Lorien-esque for a hot minute there. What do we take here? The heals or just ult? See what we get. Bloodlust. Okay. Do have a heal here, which would be nice. Maybe we go up north and see what we can score here. I think the extra duration, we do have a an extra projectile count. I could put on the amulet slot, but we've got the duration amulet on instead, which is, you know, keeping these moons out for much longer, so it has much higher chance to actually land hits and trigger our Black Lightnings. Now, as I was saying before, from what it sounds like in the Discord, we did get the sickles. From what it sounds like to me in the Discord, that this interaction is kind of broken, the half moon plus Black Lightning, but I'm not 100% sure on how the interaction is intended to be versus how it's going here right now, but that's what I gathered from reading some of what the developers were saying in the Discord. Okay, we're just waiting for our our moons to do the goods for us here. Okay. Not the fastest one ever. We could have stood next to her, just trying to DPS her with our sword too. So maybe maybe we do that a bit more for the Jhin. Get a bit closer to him. I don't know if it's okay. We got a magnet. Nice. Okay. I haven't really tried this build all that much. So I'm not actually sure what the best approach is, to be honest. We could go influence here since we have some summons going. Amulet of Unending. Okay, we're full up already, huh? Not even 15 minutes in. See how we go anyway. So we don't have like much defense on this setup at all. Stuff like HP or revives, we just kind of neglected most of that. Just to go with the crazy half moon setup here. See if we can find a damage node. Maybe we'll get lucky with... I don't know if we never know if we have any legend offers at all on our gear. I don't think we really do.
Snip, snip, snip.
Snip, snip, snip. Okay. We can take Serendipity, though. I think my issue trying this build without the half moons and stuff is just, man, you have to get so close as Skadi to get the attacks off to proc the lightning and all that stuff. That the Jhin just ends up kind of melting you. Whereas this setup, because you can just sort of dash around and let your moons do the business, you can sort of keep away a bit more. But getting the sickles going with our attacks would be really nice too. But we actually haven't seen it come up to level it at all, and we only took a white one, so maybe that was kind of a mistake. I don't know.
Careful, Met.
Okay, we've got Bloodlust to master. You know what? We can take that. So our expert is 21. What is our master and legend? 9 and 27.8. So yeah, we do have a chance of getting a legendary to show up, but not a very high one. Which is fine. Not all builds should be focused around stacking legendaries. It would be nice if more builds were viable without having to do that. Oh god, excuse me, I just sneezed in the background there. I know, I feel like I don't know, yesterday I ate something that maybe was a bit dodgy. I had a piece of walnut carrot cake. It wasn't even a cake, it was more like a loaf. And just ever since then I've been feeling kind of a bit crook. Oh, I hope I don't develop food poisoning, but usually that comes on pretty quickly if it is a food poisoning sort of thing. So maybe it was just on its way, but not quite bad enough to really give me some poisoning or something. It could just be something else. We have had the change of season come over here too, so maybe there's more pollen junk going around and all that sort of stuff, which I don't normally get sneezy too badly, unless dust is the one thing that makes me sneezy. If I inhale too much dust, oh boy, it's kind of yuck. But I think most people are like that. If you inhale a bunch of dust, it's like, ugh, pretty nasty. But this has kind of just been cruise mode the entire run here. This is just easy mode. It's just going to be about whether the Jhin checks us or not, you know what I mean? Which is kind of interesting. I don't know. Some of these builds just feel kind of crazy. But you do have to have some really good gear to kind of pull this thing off too. So you do have to grind a lot. Which I don't mind. I think if you are grinding a lot in a loot game, you should be able to construct a build that feels really strong, you know. I think that is an important factor. Okay, we've got a lot of hearts and stuff here, so maybe this is a good place to just set up for the boss fight. Got the heal down here too. I will take shurikens, sure, why not? Poisonous breath, animal, skull of revision. What's this one? Strike slots and strike duration? Thorns? Oh, thorns might be interesting. I think Mr. Jeff put out a thorns video recently. I haven't watched it yet. Get rid of some of this junk. Power, projectile count. Light armor. I mean, that could be interesting. I want to take the poisonous breath one there, though. Yeah, these half moons are just triggering everything. It's kind of hilarious.
What do you think of the...
Okay. I guess we could take Necromancy here, since we have a whole lot of skellies out on the field at any given point. And they can help me with some boss DPS here, so... Okay. Guess we just dash around the pole for the for the Djinn and let our half moons do the business, huh? Now, if we have more projectile count, this would go pretty nuts, because you can see just how many we have out at any given point here. Keep it going. Don't stop dashing, Skadi. Never stop dashing. Piety Master? Yeah, sure, why not? Purification? Yeah, why not? I have been getting some interesting comments on some of the videos suggesting different ways to run the builds, which is cool. I don't mind it, but if you're able to get a win at Darkness 100 with a specific build, I don't think it means that we built it wrong. You know what I mean? So, there's some interesting feedback we've been getting on some of the videos, which, you know, people certainly feel free to put your suggestions in the comments. I'm certainly welcome to reading all that stuff. So, all right, where is he? Dashing around like a crazy person. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm just gonna pop it to play it safe here. There we go, we got him. Nice. Well done, Skadi, well done. But, you know, the half moons are kind of correct. I don't know if it's working as intended, but, you know, it's super strong either way. That was a pretty fun one anyway. As you can see, it's pretty much easy mode, even without, you know, HP or a revive or any of that stuff. And we didn't get legendaries at all, I don't think. No legendaries required. And so this is what I'm talking about when I say there is still some imbalance between the builds. This build requires no legendaries. It doesn't require HP stacking, and it doesn't require a revive or anything. Some of the other attack Skadi builds, man, the Djinn will just absolutely stomp you. So there is still some disparity, but man, things are certainly much better. So this is how we had it set up if you want to have a look. Thanks for tuning in to another one, guys. Smash like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.